Hello, and welcome everyone to today's live training. Today we are going to be speaking about how you can master the art of balance using the Life Balance Audit, which is what I'm going to be taking you through today. So before we get started, I hope you're all doing well. Let me know how you are, and if you can, let us know in the comments. If you're watching this on live, then give us a hashtag live, or if you're catching it on the replay, give us a hashtag replay. And then also, so everyone in the group can get to know each other more, also leave us a comment to let us know where in the world you're watching and listening from, so we can get to know you. So I will keep an eye out for those comments. And also, I really wanted to let you know, whilst I was on live today, I've mentioned to you recently that I was working on this amazing free workbook called Get Clear on What You Want in 4 Simple Steps. And I'm so pleased to say the workbook is ready, it's here, and I'm just so excited to share it with you. There's going to be something coming out later in the week for you to be able to sign up for it. However, if you want to get your hands on it now, because it is ready, then I can send it to you directly today. So if you leave me a comment, yes, please send me my workbook, or reach out and send me a personal message and I will send the workbook over to you. So, for today's training, a balanced life, and this is something that I've been speaking about quite often recently. It seems to be a theme that's coming up for a lot of us. What do we mean by living a balanced life? And what I want to start off with saying is that this is such an individual thing that I encourage you to define what a balanced life means to you. Because everybody has their own experience of the world. Everyone has their own interpretation of the world and of their experience of life. And so if you try to create balance in your life based on what somebody else believes or what somebody else thinks should make you feel a certain way, then it's contradicting what we're trying to achieve, because essentially having balance in your life is living your life in a way that feels in alignment with who you are and what you believe and what's important to you. And that's why if we do it in a way where we're conforming to other people's ideas, then we're not going to achieve that alignment. And it's through that alignment with ourselves that we create that inner feeling of peace and of calmness and of happiness. So that's my first sort of tip that I wanted to share with you. Now, there's been lots of studies that have been done over the years, and the most successful people believe that there are 8 core areas in our life, and if you're constantly working on these different areas in your life to make sure that they're all within a balance of each other, this is the most effective way for you to create a kind of continuous balance in your life. Because that's one of the problems as well that happens, is that some people can think it's a kind of you do it once. Okay, I'm going to look at my life overall. I'm going to create some balance, and then that's it. I'm done. And unfortunately, it doesn't work that way, because life is ever evolving. We're ever changing. Our circumstances change. What we want, our priorities change. And so, what we're going to go through today is we're going to actually go through those 8 core areas, and I'm going to ask you to give each area of your life a score out of 10. So if you can get a pen and paper, or you can just write it down on your phone or laptop, wherever, because at the end we're going to have a look at all of those scores. So I need you to make a note of them as we go through. But this exercise that we're going to go through is also a tool that you can put into your kit. So whenever you're going through a different kind of season in your life, or maybe a period of change or transition, you can go through this exercise again and reevaluate, okay, what are the areas that perhaps need a little bit more of my focus right now? So it's a great exercise that we're going to do now that's going to kind of really set you up focused, but it's also a tool that you can keep for later on as well, because that's what I like to do. I like to be sharing with you things that you can go off and use on your own time and time again that's going to be really beneficial to you. So this is an opportunity for you to take a moment and just kind of step back and be kind of an observer looking in and just reflect on the different areas in your life. And if you watch this on the replay, you can pause it at each of the areas. If you want to spend more time delving in a bit deeper to them, feel free to do that. I'm going to take you through each of the areas now and just ask you a few different questions. And then my recommendation would be to see what score initially comes to mind before giving it too much thought. And it might be that some areas you do want to give it some more thought, but that initial answer that comes to your mind is usually your unconscious speaking to you. So with the scoring, for each area, I'm going to ask you to give yourself a score out of 10. So 1 being the lowest, being, you know, I'm completely unhappy with this area in my life, and 10 being I'm absolutely ecstatic. I'm so happy in this area of my life and I want to continue like this. So now what you can do, and if anyone is joining on, as I mentioned, give us a hashtag live if you're joining live, or a hashtag replay if you're watching on the replay, and also let us know where in the world you're watching from also. Danielle, hi Danielle, Danielle's just joined us. So the areas of your life that we're going to focus on. So Danielle, I'm going to be asking you to give a score of 1 out of 10, between 1 to 10 for each of the areas in your life that I'm going to go through now. So if you've got a pen or paper ready, that would be great. Now 1's the lowest of completely unhappy, and 10 is absolutely ecstatic. So the first area is family and friends. So what are your relationships like with your family and friends? Are they healthy? Are they toxic? Are you holding back in some relationships? Are there relationships that need perhaps some more loving care and some nurturing? So what score would you give yourself out of 10 for family and friends? The next area is significant other. So your partner, your husband, your boyfriend, what's your relationship like with them? Do you feel it's a happy and healthy relationship? Are there areas that at the moment you would like to work on and improve upon? Or if you're single, are you happy being single, or are you looking to meet someone? Are you ready to put a bit more time and energy into finding someone? So give yourself a score, 1 to 10. I keep on saying 1 out of 10, so ignore me. I need to put my teeth in today. Yeah, so significant other, give yourself a score 1 to 10 on that. Then we've got financial. So the financial aspect of your life. What's your financial situation like right now? Are you comfortable with where it's at? Are you in quite a lot of debt that you would like to perhaps look at addressing now more than you have been? Would you like to be putting more savings into the bank account each month than you currently are at the moment? Give yourself a score 1 to 10 on financial. The next area is health. So what's your overall health like at the moment? Do you feel fit and healthy and have lots of energy and you're quite happy and content with where it's at? Or are you looking perhaps to lose some weight, gain some weight? Have you been putting off perhaps addressing certain areas of your health that maybe, are holding you back in your life in some way? So give yourself a score 1 to 10 on health. Then we've got career or business. So how satisfied are you in your career right now? Do you look forward to waking up in the morning and going to work, or do you dread it? Or does it not even feel like work because you love it so much? Or if you run your own business, how happy are you with where you're at right now in your business and how things are going? Give yourself a score 1 to 10. The next one is your home environment. So how happy are you with the home that you live in right now? The actual physical environment that you live in. How happy are you with the area that you live in? How about the dynamics in your home? Are you happy with the kind of energy that's in your environment right now? Give yourself a score for home environment 1 to 10. We've got 2 more left. So we've also got fun and leisure. So do you spend as much time as you'd like to doing things that you find fun? Or are you finding that you're not spending the time that you'd like having as much fun as you'd like right now? Is there something you've wanted to do for a while that you've not made a priority, or perhaps leisure activities that you used to enjoy that you're not making time for anymore that you'd like to? Give yourself a score 1 to 10 for fun and leisure. And then the last one is personal development. So are you happy with where you're at in terms of your own personal development? Are you happy that you're spending the amount of time that you want to be spending on developing yourself? Or is there some work that you've been wanting to do on your own development that you've been putting off for a while that actually is now starting to hold you back? Give yourself a score 1 to 10 for personal development. So they're the 8 core areas that we're looking at today. And what you'll now have is a list of 8 scores. And what I want you to do is I want you to pull out the 3 lowest scores. So we're going to concentrate on them for now. And what I want you to do is look at those 3 scores, and it could be that they're related to one another. But what I want you to do is pick out of those 3 lowest scores, which is the area that you would like to work on first of all as your priority. And so this isn't the area that you think you should work on. This isn't the area that other people are telling you that you should work on. This is the area in your life that you've scored one of the lowest scores on that you want to work on. And that's so, so important, because if you're forcing yourself to do something that you don't actually want to do, your chances of succeeding in it are much, much lower. If you pick the area that you want to work on and you make that decision, your chances of success are so much higher. And ultimately, it's your life and it's your decision. So we always want to be putting you in the driver's seat of your life. So what I'd love for you to do in the comments is leave the 3 core areas in your life that you scored the lowest on. If you're comfortable to share, and do so. What were those 3 areas, and what is the area that you've decided that you are going to focus on as your priority going forwards? Now, I just want to give you an example on this. So I had recently in my life, I scored low in terms of home environment, health, and business, because I had several stressors go on in my life, and we was given 1 month's notice to move out of our home. And this was at a time when I had a lot of activity planned in my business. And I was also following, quite a strict, healthy lifestyle as well. And so when this stressor came in, it had an impact on all three of those areas in my life. So I had to pack up the home, find a new home and move within a month, and then unpack and create a new home for ourselves. And so when I did this scoring, I came out low in all three of those areas. And this is why I recommend you just having a think about why your scores are what they are in those particular areas, because there can be a valid reason for why the score's like that. And it might be something that's going to be changing in the near future, and so your score will naturally increase. So for me, my home score and my business score naturally have got higher because we've now been in our new home for almost 2 months, and we've been able to get settled really quickly, and I've been able to catch up on the business activities that I had to delay because of the move. So those scores have naturally got higher. And now the area that I'm choosing to focus on is my health, because I now have the time and more stability in my environment to be able to get back into being quite disciplined with living a healthier lifestyle, which was what got impacted when all of that stress went on in my life. So I wanted to share with you sort of a real life example of what I've been through, and hopefully that will help you in reflecting on your own scores and in the process of deciding what it is that you want to focus on as your main priority. So I would love to hear from you in the comments, or send me a personal message of how this training's helped you today, what area it is that you would like to focus on. And then also, for some accountability, share with us in the comments what one small action step can you take this week that's going to move you forwards in that area that you've chose to work on. So I'd love to hear the different areas, and then also share it with us, and then we can give you some support along the way as well in your journey. And just before we go, if you are someone who you're now at a point where you're aware of the areas in your life that you want to work on, and you're feeling ready to take action in achieving what it is that you want, and you're ready to delve deeper in looking at what are those limiting beliefs that have been holding you back, and actually working through them and just smashing them to pieces so they're no longer there. If that sounds like you, and you are ready to put in the work, then my Quarter Life Clarity coaching program has been designed just for women like you. And if you haven't seen it already in the group, for this week only, I've got a massive offer going on. It's extended from Black Friday onto Cyber Monday now. So it's running through to the end of this week. And what you'll get is you'll get a free 20-minute coaching mini session. So you can pick one problem area that you would like to have some free coaching on, and I will coach you through that on the call. And at the end of the call, we can have a chat around the Quarter Life Clarity coaching program and see whether or not it's something that you feel like is a fit for you right now in your life. And for this week only as well, you've also got a massive 20% discount off the actual price of the coaching program. So if it is something that you're interested in, definitely get in touch. I'm going to leave a link to this in the post, or if you'd like some more information, you can send me a private message as well, and we will set up the call and yeah, get to know each other a bit more. So let me know if you're interested in that, and I will be doing also another live training on Thursday over on my Facebook page, Karen Louise Life Coach. That's going to be around how you can turn your too muchness into your greatness. So come on over and check that out as well. And I will speak to you all soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye everyone.